Justice Kyra Harris Bolden was appointed to the Michigan Supreme Court by Governor Gretchen Whitmer nearly 2 years ago. Prior to that, she served 2 terms in the Michigan House of Representatives, where she also served on the Judiciary Committee. As a state representative, Justice Bolden wrote 5 bipartisan bills that became laws focused on criminal justice reform and protecting survivors of sexual violence.
Yes, so I am excited to be back in the UP. I am on the ballot this year on November 5th. You can bubble in Boulden. I am appearing in the nonpartisan section of the ballot, but it's so important to reach as many voters as possible, and that, of course, means coming to the UP.
A former civil litigator, Justice Bolden was inspired to take up a career in law when she learned of a severe injustice that occurred in her family several generations ago.
So I did not grow up wanting to be in the legal field at all. I actually have my bachelor's degree in psychology, but there were a few things that happened in college, and one was an injustice that happened in my own family. My great-grandmother shared with me that my great-grandfather was lynched in Tennessee when I was an adult and I was in college, and that really drove me to go into the legal field to make sure that family saw justice in a way that my family didn't see justice, and that has ultimately led me to the court. And so I am thankful that that information was shared with me, and I'm just trying to continue the legacy of justice.
Since serving on the Michigan Supreme Court, Justice Bolden has authored 3 majority opinions, including one that has been cited in Michigan legal cases more than 70 times.
I use the phrase justice for generations because the decisions that the Michigan Supreme Court makes, the decisions that we make on the Michigan Supreme Court, don't just affect the Michiganders of today, but they have generational consequences. I am honored to be the Michigan Supreme Court's Drug Treatment Court Liaison, which means that I'm actively working to make sure that our courts have the resources that they need for our treatment courts and that people can enter the programs as an alternative to incarceration.
Justice Bolden will be on the November 5th ballot.
If I could talk a little bit about ballot education.
Yeah.
Okay, so your Michigan Supreme Court justices appear in the nonpartisan section of the ballot, and they're not captured by straight ticket voting, which means you have to go in and specifically bubble in the people that you want to serve. And there are 2 seats available. One is for an 8-year term, and one is for my partial 4-year term. And so I'm in the incumbent in that seat, but it's going to be vote 1 of 1, not the best of 2, as it has previously been. So nonpartisan section, 2 separate categories, 8-year, 4-year, vote 1 of 1.